Let's start with the Chumash. Okay, Joseph. Good morning. Good morning.
Okay, Tov, Rabbi Prague. How do you feel?
I told you last time when I had the call, so Ken's best, I could be better.
Okay, all right. Always.
My wife has a special medicine that really dries you out. And when you teach and you have to blow your nose every second, that's so good. No, she has self-medicine, forgot the name, that dries you out. Look a second in the parasha. When Yaakov and Yosef, I mean, just to imagine it, when Yaakov and Yosef meet after 22 years, so let's read the pasuk slow. So this is on page 260.
Rashi says he knew he was alive, right?
So we should focus
I
on
know I saw one Rashi.
there's only one Rashi by the Kat Yaakov after that, before he died. Before that,
So he said it's somewhere.
Yaakov Rashi only says it's Netzabu Ruach HaKodesh. He's not crying for 22 years if you know that he's alive. Yeah? Rashi says when he says go down to Egypt, Yesh Shever b'Mitzrayim, Rashi says, look in last week's page. Open 260, let's look here. When the famine began, Yaakov sent his children. You look at 2nd line, 232. I'm just answering Eli's question. Yaakov is assumed by everyone. What you meant to say is Yitzchak. No, anyway, look at the Rashi. Vayar Yaakov ki yesh shever b'Mitzrayim. Yeah. So normally, what does it mean? Yaakov saw that everyone that goes to Egypt comes back with food. Look at the Rashi. ומהיכן ראה? והלא לא ראה אלא שמע, שנאמר הנה שמעתי. What Yaakov went down to Egypt to know that Egypt is? מה הוא ראה? ראה באספקלריה של קודש, שעדיין יש לו שבר במצרים. He had a vision that something good is waiting for you. ולא הייתה נבואה ממש להודיעו בפירוש שזה יוסף. So Rashi says clearly Yosef, Yaakov did not know for 22 years. He only felt that something good is waiting for him. This is Sheva. Yeah? Please go to page 260. Let's read the first time that Yaakov is going down to Mitzrayim with 70 members of his family. Let's read from Pasuk Chavchet, page 260. ואת יהודה שלח לפניו אל יוסף. He made sure that Yehuda goes ahead. להורות לפניו גושנה. See the מילה הוראה. Obviously he's being guided. What does it mean להורות לפניו? Rashi says either to find a place where the family can dwell, or Rashi says another interpretation, the horot, to build like a Bet Midrash, a place that they can continue the lifestyle they had in Israel. Fine. Remember, Vayavo Arza Goshen, Yehuda goes to Goshen, and Yaakov arrives. Let's read it slow now. Vayesor Yosef Merkavto, yes? Yosef himself harnessed his chariot, he himself. he felt this is part of the Kibud Av. Vayar Likrat Israel Aviv Goshna. He's going to meet his father in Goshen. Vayera Elav, very difficult pasuk, maybe tomorrow we'll talk about it. Vayipol al Tzavarav. Who? Remember, the pasuk is focusing on Yosef. Vayipol al Tzavarav, Yosef falls on the neck of his father. Vayevk al Tzavarav. Oh, let's see the Rashi slowly.
But it's,
ויאסור יוסף מרכבתו, הוא עצמו אסר את הסוסים למרכבה, להזדרז לכבוד אביו. זה חידוש, הלכות כיבוד אב ואם, yes? He himself is doing it because he is going to see his father with his chariot.
but it's always interesting when a tzaddik does it, they say this. When a Rashat does it, they say ha'ava mekalkelet hashura, whatever. It's
By Bilam.
correct.
וירא אליו, says Rashi, Yosef נראה אל אביו. Tomorrow, say, what does Rashi mean? Okay, ויבק על צוואריו, עוד, לשון הרבות בחייה. You can just imagine the crying that was on Yosef's part. Okay? Now, look further in Rashi.
But how come it doesn't say who cried who? And even
Good. No, but this
you
is
have it by Esav too. Who was really
we are going to discuss it now. The pasuk clearly says that it's Yosef who is falling. The pasuk clearly says that Yosef is the one that is crying again and again. אף כאן הרבה והוסיף בבכי יותר מן הרגיל. Says a very famous Rashi, אבל יעקב לא נפל על צווארי יוסף ולא נשקו. Yaakov did not fall and kissed him. Why? Can we just finish the Rashi?
Okay.
ואמרו רבותינו שהיה קורא את שמה. What does it mean? What does it mean? If you learn good Perek Tfilat HaShachar, you realize that the proper way, the best way to reach Shema is every day right before sunrise. This was exactly the time. And Yaakov is saying Shema. Fine. Tomorrow we might elaborate on it. Fine. But yes, what difference does it make? We do it here and there, as long as the rabbi says it's okay to put clean Allah. Okay? This is people that do exactly what they are supposed to do exactly in the time. You're meeting the son after 22 years. Obviously, afterwards you do it. The question is now as follows. If Yaakov is not saying it, is not kissing, obviously what he's doing is a must. This is the time to say Shema. So how come Yosef did it? Why didn't Yosef say Shema? I mean, remember, it happens in the midst. I mean, let's say this morning, I think 7:20 is sunrise. So those who do it right, but 7:15 said Shema, those who pray Vatikir, obviously. So if this is the time for Shema, and this is what Yaakov is doing, so what is Yosef doing? It's a serious question. Remember, this is halachic people, the emotions that we have in funerals or weddings, all this Hollywood style lifestyle. This is two halachic people. Do you imagine Yaakov somehow have to say Shema? I can't do anything now. Yosef is the same. So let's look a second here. You have Mishnah Berurah. Take Mishnah Berurah.
Rabbi, where did that Torah comes from? Like Abraham was the son of a worshipper. So when the Torah was given to know about the Shema, the time, and all this?
It's a good question. We touched it a few times, and the Mishnah says at the end of Kiddushin, it's a pasuk. Eikev asher shama Avraham b'koli. Listen to the pasuk. This is not drasha. Vayishmor mishmarti chukotai mitzvotai v'torotai. What did Avraham do? 7 mitzvot, and the Torah gives 4. The Mishnah says, Kiyam Avraham Avinu et kol haTorah. How? Someone was teaching it. Avraham Avinu was Masig the Torah before the Torah was given. Look in Siman Lamed Chet. You have the Mishnah Berurah. Seif Chet. Siman Lamed Chet 38. Seif Chet. Listen carefully. It's the only place in Shulchan Aruch open. discusses this topic. כותבי תפילין ומזוזות.
Where are you seeing this in 108?
No.
38?
38, סימן למ"ח. למ"ח, 38, אורח חיים 38, סעיף ח'. אורח חיים למ"ח ח'. כותבי תפילין, a man that writes תפילין או מזוזות, הם ותגריהם, the distributors, וכל העוסקים במלאכת שמיים, פטורים מהנחת תפילין כל היום. Normally in the time of the Talmud, even the time of the Bet Yosef, even today, of course, in the old city, the real people, Yaakov Lastik's group, put tefillin all day. So they are exempt. Why? Because there is a halacha of osek b'mitzvah, patur min ha-mitzvah. Let's continue the Rama. ואם היו צריכים לעשות מלאכתן בשעת קריאת שמע ותפילה, theoretically speaking, the Mishnah Berurah brings the levush. A man comes to a scribe. I'm leaving to Australia in the afternoon. This is the only flight I have. I need tefillin and mezuzot. If you're not writing it for me today, so the scribe doesn't have to pray Shema that day. אז פטורים מקריאת שמע ותפילה ותפילין. Clear?
So you're going to say kibbut aim. He doesn't. If he's doing kibbut aim, he doesn't have to do.
Yeah, very good. In a second. וכל העוסק במצווה פטור במצווה אחרת אם צריך לטרוח אחר האחרת. While you are busy doing a mitzvah, you are exempt. So remember, this is a rare case, but the case illustrates the halacha. The scribe has an order to write mezuzot and tefillin to someone that otherwise would not have it. So the scribe is obligated to provide the tefillin, and that day is not saying Shema, which is a mitzvah d'oraita, he's not praying, not putting tefillin. אם צריך לטרוח אחר האחרת, אבל אם יכול לעשות שתיהם בלא טורח, if you can easily do both, יעשה שתיהם. Okay. Says Larry got the point. What does it say here? עוסק במצווה פטור מן המצווה. We saw in Rashi that as Yosef, when Yosef found out that his father arrived, he himself is harnessing his chariots and he's coming to his father. This is mitzvat kibud avayim. The question was, if this is the proper time to say Shema, a few minutes before sunrise, this is why Yaakov, regardless of the greatness of the moment, is busy saying Kriyat Shema, why didn't Yosef do it? The answer is, he's osek b'mitzvat kibud avayim, it's patur from Shema. Which means, of course, Yosef would say it later, because obviously this is early in the morning. But to say it the right time, Yosef says, right now I'm out of all the mitzvot, this is my father. Again, with the halachic, look how far it goes. So the scribe who is writing it is not saying Shema. So this answer is written by serious people.
But Rabbi Prague, isn't kibbut av?
Last 100 years. Yeah.
Isn't kibbut aim a mitzvah that keeps going and it never stops? While the writing of tefillin and mezuzah, except for this case, I mean, shouldn't you can always say I'm busy with.
But I understand. But listen carefully. I'll give you your point backwards.
I know what you're saying.
No, listen carefully. I told you once. Let's say a father says to his daughter, honey, every night after dinner, 8 o'clock, give me a hot tea. You know how to make tea. Yeah, fine. She is educated, mother and girl. Daddy, I would love to do it, but it's a mitzvah. If you're telling me to do it every night a day, this is man gerama. The same. I would smack her twice, but why is she wrong?
That's why you don't have daughters.
A woman is patur from shofar because it's a timely mitzvah. Says the daughter to her dad, Daddy, every night at 8, it's the time of mitzvah. The answer is, young lady, you're chayav b'kibud av v'em 24/7. When does the mitzvah come up? When your father or your mother are telling you do A, do B. But the obligation is on you 24/7. When do you have a chance to do it? Can you please go to the store? Can you please do this? Can you please do that? This is when the mitzvah actively starts to, okay?
In your example, when the guy's going away, he tells me I need the right away, I need to do stuff, but the fact that he's being paid, does that take away from the mitzvah?
Eli has a good point. Eli says, why is the scribe considered osek b'mitzvah?
If
He's being paid. No, he's being paid.
Okay.
So look at the Mishnah Berurah, Eli. Very interesting question. Look at the Mishnah Berurah Chavdal. Go to the previous page, Eli.
That's why he used the word tagar, maybe?
Tagar. Look a second what he says. Betagareim. You have it, Eli, in the bottom there?
Yeah.
אף שמרוויחים בזה. ודווקא עם עיקר כוונתם כדי להמציאם למכור למי שצריך להם. אבל עם עיקר כוונתם רק להשתכר לו מקרה עוסק במצווה. If you're in the business, you would have sold potatoes or cucumbers, but your potatoes are the mezuzot, yes? If it's only a way to make money, then he says the halacha doesn't apply. He says, of course I have to make a living. That's because he's writing a mezuzot which doesn't make money. It's exactly your point. So here we have an answer. The question was, why isn't Yosef saying Kriyat Shema? It sounds like a very good answer. However, open Gemara, Kiddushin. You have in front of you Kiddushin. Here, here. Okay.
The guy's selling, it's like he's selling potatoes, he's probably not gonna have the right kavanah to,
Let's see, Daf Kiddushin, Daf Lamed Bet. We have 5 Gemarot. Kiddushin, Daf Lamed Bet. This is the topics of Kibud Av V'em. This is like a 2, 4, 6 lines before the white lines at the bottom. 6 lines before the white lines on the bottom. Elazar ben Matya Omer. Listen good. Abba Omer, your father is asking you, Hashkeni Mayim, can you please bring me some water? Umitzvah la'asot, but at the same time I have a mitzvah. Maniach ani kavod Abba. I'm putting away the kavod of my father for oseh et mitzvah. Why? Listen carefully. She'ani ve'Abba chayavim b'mitzvah. Here, the father says, I'm thirsty, can you bring me a cup of water? And you have a mitzvah that has to be done now, and you cannot postpone it. So the mitzvah takes precedent. Why? She'ani ve'Abba, me, I'm the son, and my father are obligated to do the mitzvah also. Okay? Now the Gemara continues.
Which mitzvah that father and son are obligated here? What are told?
No.
So this is the opposite of the pasuk then.
So, like, makes some Shimao, if he's a Hatzalah volunteer, the father doesn't have an obligation, he does. So which one?
Remember, did you ever take, you ever take a survey of Hatzalah from the 180 calls every day? How many are really pikuach nefesh? Very few. We're talking about mitzvah that me and you are obligated 24/7.
Wait, so
Both father and son are obligated.
this is the opposite of the pasuk, though, because they're both obligated in Kriyat Shema. So we maniach kavod Abba. So this agrees with the pasuk.
This is exactly what the Rav Keilot Yaakov, the Stapler, is asking. The Stapler says the answer we just gave fell apart.
Oh.
Because here we see, here is a good example. This is the time to say Shema. Remember, not the games we have in shul. There is a time to say Shema, which is every day before sunrise. Yes, Yaakov is doing it because, can you imagine? It's mind-boggling that to meet that moment, but this is it. So Yosef has to do it too. Our answer was, it's patur It says here, no. If the mitzvah that you and your father are obligated, the mitzvah takes precedent. Look further.
And then what's his answer?
So the answer fell apart. You can't say that Yosef did not say Shema because he's busy with Kibbutz Avayim, which is the perfect answer. But if
Both obligated.
both obligated,
Where
look
he
further.
hears you have to do what you have to do.
look further. איסי בן יהודה אומר, אם אפשר למצווה לעשות על ידי אחרים, let's say, your question before, let's say I have to go visit someone, a sick man, I can ask another guy, then of course your father is first.
Yes.
If the mitzvah can be fulfilled by others, then of course your father is first. But if, in our case now, קריאת שמע, ואם אי אפשר למצווה לעשות על ידי אחרים, תעשה על ידי אחרים, send others to do it. וילכו בכבוד אבינו. Your father, your mother. See, the same logic, by the way, is what happened if your father and your mother are telling you to do something? Who is first, David? Your father?
I think your father.
Believe it or not, the Gemara says your father. Why? Because your mother is always obligated to honor. So we are men. We love you. But if you have to teach it in class. Kids they cannot hear it. Normally, what they do is, you understand, kids cannot. Wait. My father is obligated to honor my mother also. No? What's the real answer? We are mature adults. What does it mean?
The mother can understand it. Yeah.
Joseph in class, I asked, this has become the heated debate. Do you hear the question? Your mother is asking you, your father is asking you. Your mother says, go to your father first. Because your mother is obligated to honor your father. My father is not obligated to honor my father. Yes, kids, did your father ever set up the table in your house?
Yeah.
Is it Sadiq? Did you ever take?
Table now?
Did you ever?
All the time. Yeah.
Joseph is looking at you as if you came from the moon. Joseph never did.
God bless my wife.
Right in.
I don't have anything with the table, but I once went in the kitchen, said, do me a favor.
Okay, that's in the cooking part.
No, but the answer is, I'm saying it now, but we have to hear it well. There is a male ego that you like to feel. You like to feel an ego.
100%.
No, but this is life.
100%.
I know, but kids hear it very.
The male ego.
It says the mothers. I said to the girls, always left. The mothers are the boss of the house. Everyone knows, but the father feels that he's the captain of the ship.
The wife is the neck that makes the head turn.
This is the pshat in the Gemara. When it comes to external nonsense, show your father. No, but this is really the depth of the Gemara.
You know the story.
Look at the
Rambam
now.
charge all the major things.
Rabbi Krag, could Yosef be Motz? Could Yaakov be Motze Yosef but Kriyat Shema?
Oh, here it says, can Yaakov, if you have, wait a second, we'll look at the first Mishnah in Brachot, what the grass says. But a minute. So now we have a problem. First, look at the Rambam. We have 4 Rambams on the table, so you share with him. You have to give them one.
Rabbi, this is child's play compared to we learned in Yubamba with the difference between men and women and the Knas, and I mean this is a whole different.
No, but I'm telling you, this is the key. The key is that. I mean, I told you that I know a girl which is a very capable girl. Be'emet. She's making good money. She dated many boys. This is what she comes. Here she comes.
Let's hear.
George, did you ever set up the table? Don't answer.
We got the answer already.
Did you ever take off?
I cleaned the table.
Okay.
The whole time, I practically cleaned the table the whole night.
Anyway, you hear this girl that is dating for many years, many boys, and she mixes them. Finally met the guy, and she said to me, Rabbi, he happened to be Moroccan. She says to me, this is it. So what's your problem? Listen good. She asked him, would you help me set up? And the boy says, I would love to tell you yes, because I really like you, but I have to answer no, because
We'll do that.
no, he's Moroccan. He says, I never ever did it. never ever saw my father. And again, he's not saying, says to me, I'm not asking you every Shabbat to set up the table. I'm not asking. Sometimes it's a difficult week, a difficult day. No, but she dropped him.
Tipesh, when he answered yes, just say what do you?
And I told her, look how honest he was. I told her, don't you think that after a year of marriage you would do it without questions? But
Is she finally married?
no.
She never married?
She wanted
She's
something,
killing
you know.
No, but there was
No, she married a waiter in a restaurant.
No, but it's a big problem because very often
They don't want to.
no, but remember, it's very difficult for young kids to realize the dreams, Hollywood dreams you have on life is right before you get married. The minute Ariad Mekudesh, the game is over.
It's
So-
over.
No, the answer is if you're a good person, if he's a
Tomorrow's
good
the fast
this is
day,
a
not
good
today.
thing,
The
Joseph.
red flag was
Joseph,
what
the
asking the
key-
question.
I
Red
told
flag
her,
was asking
told
the
a
question.
million
Why are you asking
times.
that question?
No,
It was
no,
important to her.
to
I know, but
her.
it's
To her. This is how she saw harmony in the family.
So that's
Says
the
my
problem.
father is not doing it every week, but my father senses. There he goes, yeah. This is
No, you're very harmonious when you're alone.
you're like my hair and your hair are white. But young kids, I'll tell you a practical case. I spoke to Rabbi Raymond Harari yesterday. There's a girl that her mother became religious, met, keeps mitzvot. She's funny. She met in Israel, a Chayal, then a good kid, Ashkenaz.
How's
She's
David
asked-
Patre?
listen good. She says to the rabbi, my mother is Sephardic. Yeah, on Pesach we eat rice, basar b'chalav. What should I do? She told her the custom is to follow your husband. She says, you listen good now to a girl. I'm laughing at her, but I understand it. She says, what do you mean? My mother, I grew up under my mother. So everything my mother taught me is gone.
That was Torah.
The real answer is nothing is gone. But in order to have one voice in a family, and she says, Rabbi, I can't. I just can't. Can you imagine? This is an amazing boy. She's dating the boy. They're engaged to be married. And she cannot hear. She cannot hear. Pray Sephardic when you pray. Make barachot whatever you want. But
She has to eat the rice.
no,
My mother was
No,
Moroccan.
So
Eating rice on Pesach was like having chametz. But she
Yeah,
came to my
yeah.
family. Rice was the part of the staple of the family. There's nothing about it. We never
So
even
don't
heard.
eat it.
I never heard
Shifa-
about it.
Shifa Hanan told me I'm cooking rice on Pesach
Oh,
She doesn't eat
for
it.
60 years. I never tasted it. I can't.
Okay, that's good
No,
enough.
she knows. She says, she grew up. Ashkenazim don't eat rice. So. No, Joseph, I'm using it as an example of the psychology of life. What difference does it make? Okay, so the question now is, can the young couple decide that A, B, C would be Ashkenaz?
Yeah.
And
It's pretty
okay, so
complicated.
Rabbi spoken. Answer is the girl will not get married. So the answer is yes.
Works it out.
But
The kids are gonna be
told
very
them
confused.
do it. No, but this is the point. Told them, say that we are deciding it for the next 3 years.
Yeah, because we have to see.
In 3 years, you'll see. Can you imagine? Joseph is a boy, Rachel is a girl.
Yeah, which one?
She is definitely. My mother is father. I'm a boy. What am I doing? Why should I go? Why should I go this?
I would put it in the same category as eating in Kippur. You cannot say
No,
no.
no,
No,
no.
no, no.
talking
If
about?
the doctor says eat in Kippur, the halacha is eat in
No,
Kippur. You cannot say
no,
I feel like that.
I'm glad you're looking at it. Remember, it's an emotional.
emotion.
It's an emotional
I know, but
reaction.
the halacha says we have to follow
See,
the
Joseph,
husband.
this is the right way of talking. It's not, you're not giving up anything. Your mother is amazing. Your mother is this. You're not giving anything. You're not giving up anything.
Most important thing is his
Yes,
report is a
yes.
week.
What?
The report is a week.
Okay.
Not 40 days.
What did I say? Look now in the Rambam, Sefer Shoftim, Larry, Rambam, Sefer Shoftim, הלכה, פרק, הלכות ממרים, פרק ו', הלכה י"ג. פרק ו', הלכה י"ג. פרק ו', הלכה י"ג.
I think Ezra was trying to get on the whole time to class. Couldn't get on.
הוא?
Ezra.
Oh, it's funny, you just
Yeah,
mentioned his
yeah,
wife.
he asked me, I don't know, he must.
הלכה י"ג. אמר לו אביו, השקני מים. Our Gemara, yeah, it's so the Gemara. ומצווה לעשות. Right now, here, the example by us, קריאת שמע, or kissing, hugging your father. אם אפשר למצווה שתעשה על ידי אחרים תעשה, והתעשית בכבוד אביו. If the mitzvah can be fulfilled by others, שאין מבטלים מצווה מפני מצווה, כיבוד האב is first. ואם אין שם אחרים לעשותה, if it cannot be fulfilled, יתעסק במצווה, ויניח כבוד אביו, שהוא ואביו חייבים בדבר מצווה. So the Birkat Peret, which is a book on Chumash written by the father of Chaim Kanievsky, is grappling with this problem. So he wants to say this to Chidush. He wants to say that the Rambam is talking, your father says to you, bring me water now, and you are on your way to fulfill the mitzvah, but you didn't start the mitzvah yet. But if you started already the mitzvah of Kibud Av, then you don't have to start. You know what he says? He says, if the two choices are in front of me, here it is, a cup of water for my father, or Bikur Cholim. Okay? It cannot be done, forget your father. But if you started already with Kibud Av, and then the other mitzvah pops in, you have to start. Right? Because right now you're actively in the stage of Osek Mitzvah, but two mitzvah of your father.
So you could say Yosef was going by the chariot. He was already engaged in Kibbutz.
This is why I read the passage by Yesor Yosef.
By Yesor.
He says the Birkat Peretz wants to answer the reason why Yosef is patur from Kriyat Shema is because he started with the Kibud Av first. But to stop Kibud Av for a mitzvah, no. But if the two choices are in front of you, A or B, maybe tomorrow will come back.
Rabbi,
Tomorrow, yes, tomorrow
Rabbi,
we
let's
interpretation why Yaakov said Shema. Yes, I'm listening.
Rabbi, let's say it's a fast day, Rabbi, and your father asks you to bring him a cup of water, and it's not. What do you do?
For cold beef sandwich. He's asking
What?
you for water. It's not your job. If your father just came from jogging, no. But normally your father is an older man.
Rabbi, you mentioned
Rabbi, where these
that, but if
Gemara
they're
go?
divorced, they're equal.
Yeah.
Rabbi, where these Gemara go?
So the I took from our leave one. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rabbi.
I'm saying your father shouldn't have jogged.
Thank you, Rabbi.
He's